Well, welcome everybody to tonight's 4Q Boundaries Live. This is our fifth week of doing lives. I'm excited to be here and I hope you are enjoying yourself so far. So, tonight, when you look on the screen, you'll actually see two questions. They're both relevant. I'm going to focus on the first one because it actually um, it speaks true to the very new people. Um, and the question is your personal space truly yours or is it crowded? And most people can sort of understand that when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you have high levels of anxiety. Um, do you have your personal space? And for a lot of people, the answer is no. And that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be actually defining our personal space. So, for the last 5 weeks, we've been building up to tonight and also to next week. But tonight, I am super, super excited. So, I'm glad that you're here and exploring these tools with me. So, anyways, my name is Michael Spackman and I'm a cranial sacral therapist as well as the business owner and creator of 4Q Boundaries. Uh, our mission is really to help you navigate your inner landscape that really, when I say landscape, it's really your personal boundaries and inwards. And that's what we're going to be actually working on tonight. And it's not through just your intellect. It's not about thinking about it. It's really, do you have an experiential experience of defining yourself? Do you actually know what's going on within you? Can you identify uh, different parts of you through that awareness versus the thought process, which is only one part of you? And tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be doing a full body flow. Last week, we actually worked on bringing in earth and cosmic energy and letting that go down our grounding cords. And tonight, we're actually going to be connecting those two parts and actually allowing that to go through the rest of our body out into our aura and then it being grounded down our grounding cords. And we'll go into that a little bit more before we actually get into the training. So that's sort of what it says about the shift. It's going from earth and cosmic energy coming in and then just straight down to actually expanding that where it's actually going into your aura and it's clearing out all those people that's in your aura that's sort of clogging the flow. And when we talk about personal boundaries, we're talking about not just the edge of your aura. We're also talking about your physical body. We're talking about your emotional body. We're talking about your mental body. And we're talking about your spiritual body. And when we're using this flow of energy, this cosmic energy flow, we're clearing out all four layers of you. So we're getting rid of the stagnation that's within you so that way you can actually be more present. And as that spiritual body says, you're not drifting or checking out. We talked a lot about that last week, so I'm not going to go into that too much tonight. It's all about really being present, so that way you can actually be aware of your boundaries and be aware of these four different bodies. So, so when we're talking about the energy flow itself, I like to think of the sand in the fuel tank analogy. So if you think of your body, and this is really, I should say, bodies. So your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. That's really what creates existence for you. Without having these bodies, you don't exist here. You're somewhere else. And the fuel that makes these bodies work is your personal energy. And we actually talked more about your personal energy the second week of these trainings. In fact, we developed a tool that we'll be exploring a little bit tonight, which is the reclaiming your energy and power. That's the fuel that makes everything work. And so what happens is that when foreign energy, when things get stagnant or stuck, within one of these layers or more than one of these layers within your body, basically what happens is it starts to clog things up. And that's when we start feeling the overwhelm. We start getting sick, um, or we want to be distracted because we're feeling that overwhelm and we go, oh, I don't want to be present. I need to go do something, which then um, we lose our presence. And so tonight, what we're doing is we're going to be combining all the things that we've done from week one to present. And this is basically a whole system of flushing everything out. We'll be using all the tools that we've been learning. And it's really about using that earth and cosmic energy to start to move the stagnation, to move the energy that's stuck within you. So that way you feel clean, you feel vibrant, and you're also more aware and more present, which I always think is a good thing. So how we're going to do this tonight is it's really, I like this. It's called experience over analysis. Tonight's presentation is going to be a little short because I really want us to get into the flow of things. So how we listen to the audio tonight, how we do this meditation tonight is simple. It's just called listen to an audio, which is right here. It's called notice what you notice, and then repeat the process. Listen to an audio, notice what you notice, and repeat. Now, when we say notice what you notice, it's that simple. I put on there, what do you notice physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually? That can be pretty complicated for some people, especially if you're not really in tune with yourself. So don't get stuck on it, because that's really you're trying to analyze things, which then that's, analysis paralysis. You've heard that term. That's really relevant to meditation and to exploring what's happening inwards. So don't try to figure things out. Just notice what you experience and keep it that simple. And the reason why this 3-step process works is really step 3, which is the repetition. This is like, building muscles. When you go to a gym, you work out once and guess what? You don't turn buffed overnight. You don't get strong and you don't become an athlete overnight. It's repetition. That's the same thing with building your personal space, building your boundaries. It's repetition. The more you do this, the more you start to understand and recognize the different signals, your different bodies communicating and how they communicate to you. And they're unique to you, which is why we don't sit here and say, here's the rules of understanding how your body works. Here's your physical body. Here's the rules for your emotional body. Here's the rules for your mental body. Here's the rules for your spiritual body. We don't offer those rules because you're different. You're not me. I'm not you. And so for me, it doesn't make any sense to say, well, this is the way life is supposed to be. It doesn't work that way. So instead of giving you a rule or scripts on how to live, what we're doing is we're becoming more reflective. We're learning about, well, how do I operate? How do I experience things? How does stimulus that's outside of me impact me on these different layers? And if I don't like the way it's impacted me, how can I actually change it or release it so that way I have autonomy, I have freedom? And that's really your personal space. And so the biggest thing is, don't try to figure it out. Pay attention, notice what you notice, and guess what? Through repetition, you start to become the master of your own universe because you become more and more familiar with the experiences that are happening within you, and as well as ways of making it change. And that's what we're doing in 4Q Boundaries, is teaching you tools so that way if you don't like what you're experiencing, you can change it. But first, you have to be aware. And that's the key. And that's why it's all about repetition. So tonight, getting ready to find your personal space, the biggest thing is the setup. Relax. Have your feet planted on the floor. Find a chair. Be comfortable. It's all about listening to the audio and noticing what you notice. The biggest thing too is, if you have your cell phone on or if you're watching TV while you're listening to this audio, you know what? Get rid of all the distractions. This is an inwards journey, and if you have all these distractions around you, it's really hard to actually have that journey inwards because all of your attention's outside of you. And so give yourself permission to have that personal experience by turning everything off. And that's really what the intention is about, is can I actually be present in this moment in time while we're listening to this audio together? And I'll be honest, in society today, we're not really that present of a society. I mean, you just walk around, everybody is engaged in their cell phones. It's all about external stimuli. We're sort of addicts. And so with this audio, it's giving yourself permission to have your space and to go inwards so that way you can really become more comfortable with you as well as releasing all the stuff that isn't you within you. And that's all about the release. And we'll be doing that throughout the audio tonight. So the biggest thing, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do before we actually do it, because this is the mental part as I'm sort of explaining what we're doing. And then when we get into the audio itself, it's just going to guide you through it. So the audio tonight, which is lesson 5, we're going to go over the first 4 lessons briefly. So we're going to learn about the grounding cord, or at least review it. We're going to review reclaiming your energy and power. We're going to review your inner sanctuary. And then we're also going to be reviewing letting that earth energy come through your leg channels, down your grounding cord, as well as your cosmic energies coming into the top of your head, down your grounding cord. Tonight's going to be about 35 minutes long, just to let you know. If this is your first time listening, don't be intimidated. It's simple. It's called Notice What You Notice. All it is a 3-step process. If you'd like to explore more about those tools, I'll talk about that a little bit later. But tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to be mixing that earth and cosmic energy at the base of our spine, and we're going to be bringing it up through our front channels. And we basically have 2 front channels in front of our spine. And what happens is those front channels go up our spine. A portion of that, the earth and cosmic energy, will go across the shoulders, down the arms, out the hands, as well as there will be a continuation of that channel that'll go to the top of our head. And so what's happening is energy is flowing out of our head. It's going to be flowing out of our hands. And it's going in our aura. It's swirling around our aura. And then it goes down our grounding. So what's happening is energy is coming in through our back channels down our grounding. Earth energy is coming up through our leg channels down our grounding. And then a portion of that is coming through these front channels, swirling around our aura, down our grounding. That may sound confusing, but guess what? We slow the whole process down. This is not about analyzing, trying to figure it out. It's called listen. Notice what you're experiencing. And if you're feeling stuff that you don't like feeling, let it go down your grounding cord. The biggest thing is about grounding. And again, this is sort of what I just said. Notice what you're experiencing. Notice if you're experiencing any resistance. And actually, I think I jumped ahead because we're going to play the audio now. I think that's it. So anyways, this is the playlist. Just to let you know, this is on our 4Q Boundaries playlist. This is you get free access to this tonight, as well as if you go to the YouTube channel, you can listen to these. Tonight, this is a 4-part, like I said, 35 minutes. The introduction is going to be going through the tools. We're going to be learning about those front channels that I talked about. Then we're going to be changing colors. Again, notice what you notice when we change colors, going through these channels. And then there's a conclusion. And then from there, we'll wind it up with those, couple charts, and we'll be done. So I'm going to turn on everything. So enjoy your meditation, and I'll talk to you afterwards. Let's begin. I'd like you to put your attention on yourself and just start to get comfortable in your body. Start to notice gravity and that weight of gravity on your body. And allow gravity to settle you in your chair. You can notice your feet on the floor and start to notice your legs and your pelvic area, your midsection, torso, your arms, your hands, your fingers. Then you can be aware of your neck and your head and notice your whole body and gravity. It's keeping you nice and firmly attached to the chair. And as you're paying attention to gravity, just notice, how well are you grounded? Can you feel that gravitational pull keeping you in the chair, but it continues down your grounding cord? And really put your attention on that grounding cord. How wide is your grounding cord right now? How long is your grounding cord? Is it solidly connected to the center of the planet? And even notice the density and the strength of your grounding cord. Is it able to really take and handle any energy that your body may be handling right now? Can you allow that grounding cord just to absorb any foreign energy that's in you and let it go down your grounding? Let your grounding cord manage the release. You don't have to. And as you're releasing and letting energies, foreign energies release out of your body, let's call your energy back. So create that bubble in front of you. You can feel it with your hands. And just start to notice that as you summon your energy back, notice how the bubble changes. And really give yourself permission to call your energy back from your week, your day, your life, anywhere that you've left your energy. Just keep calling it back. If there's any drama or trauma that's been in your life, call your energy out of it. Allow yourself to give to yourself. And then bring this nice big bubble above your head and again, poke a hole in it and just start to release the energy. Allow it to go into the top of your head. Allow it to saturate your inner sanctuary and your brain and your eyes. Allow it to go into your mouth, your teeth, your ears, your hair. Allow this energy to go into your neck, into the bones of your neck. veins and arteries, your spinal cord. Allow your energy to go into your chest and all the organs in there. Allow it to go down your arms, all the way into your hands, into your fingers. Continue to allow your energy to flow down you into your abdomen area, all the different organs in there, into the pelvic area, and all the organs in there. Allow it to go down your legs, all the way into your feet. And let your grounding cord release. Let your grounding cord do the job of letting energy release out of your body while you give to yourself with your energy. And now I'd like you to put your attention up in your head and notice your inner sanctuary. Notice how much it's expanded, how much more space you have in there since you began exploring your inner sanctuary. Notice the fronts, the sides, the back, the top and the bottom. And notice the drainage, that grounding cord that's in the middle of your inner sanctuary. Just grounding everything that's in that space, releasing foreign energy, letting that energy go down the grounding cord to the center of the planet. And I'd like you to just notice that you have two grounding cords working right now. One at the base of your spine, the other in the middle of your head, both releasing, helping you have more space for you to be in your body. And now I'd like you to put your attention on your feet and notice the middle of your feet. And notice, are you running earth energy right now? And it's okay if you're not, because part of the awareness of this exercise is to recognize, am I running my earth energy? And so don't just assume that you are, because you may be not. So that's okay. So check it out. And if you're not running earth energy, or even if you are, let's check out the source. Put your attention down in the center of the planet. Notice a neutral vibration of earth energy that's just right for you at this moment in time. Name the color. And again, if you're not sure what the color is, that's okay. Just name a color. It'll probably be the right one for you anyways, because you're naming it. And let that earth energy come up from the center of the planet all the way up into your feet. Allow it to go up into those leg channels, through the ankles, calves, knees, thighs, all the way up to the hips, and then let it go down that grounding cord. And just enjoy watching the energy flow without any effort, without you trying.
And if you feel like you have to try, or if you feel like there's something wrong happening, let that energy go down your grounding. Running earth energy is just like breathing. It's natural. Your body likes it. And now I'd like you to take your attention and put it to the top of your head. And again, just notice or ask the question, am I running cosmic energy? And whatever the answer is, that's okay. And what I'd like you to do is take your attention from the top of your head and really just imagine noticing the edge of the universe, the edge of the cosmos, that place where cosmic energy is fresh, new, no filters on it, no influences on it, and find a neutral vibration that is just right for your body at this moment in time. And notice the color. And allow that energy to come right into the top of your head. And as it goes into the top of your head, goes into those two channels, one on each side of your spine, and it goes all the way down to your grounding cord. And let that energy flow. And now I'd like you to really notice your grounding and notice that you have earth energy flowing, you have cosmic energy flowing. And we're going to redirect some of this energy so it's not going all the way to the center of the planet. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you just to take a portion of that earth energy, a portion of that cosmic energy, and you have two channels in the front of you that go from your grounding cord to the top of your head. And the opening goes above your head. So I'd like you to allow a portion of this earth and cosmic energy mixture to come up through these channels. Allow it to go out above your head. And you can notice it's like this big spout where this earth and cosmic energy is just spouting above your head. Like your head's a water fountain. And just notice what is it like to run this earth and cosmic energy mixture through the front of your body and out through the top of your head. You may notice a color for this mixture. And now I'd like you to just take your attention and put it right at the base of your neck. And there's two channels here. They go across the shoulders, down the arms, and the openings are outside your hands. Or I guess the opening is in your hands. So what I'd like you to do is a portion of that earth and cosmic energy that's going out through the top of your head, I'd like you to redirect that energy And allow the energy to also come across your shoulders, down your arms, and let the energy go out your hands. And just notice, what is it like to let energy go out of your head and out of your hands. And now we're going to look at one more thing. As you're letting this energy run through your body, it's now also releasing out of your hands and out of your head. As this energy is going out, it's actually swirling in your aura. I'd like you to just imagine calling your energy or your aura right around your body, about 18 inches or so. And as you do this, let the earth and cosmic energy mixture just swirl around the aura, clearing up the aura, clearing up the energies that's in the aura. And then notice this aura is sort of like an egg around you. And it also attaches to your grounding cord. So as this earth and cosmic energy is swirling around you, it's then finally being released down your grounding cord. So I'd like you to notice your body right now. Notice your inner sanctuary. Notice that you can be in your inner sanctuary and have that inner sanctuary grounded. And be aware of the energies that are running through your body. You can notice the earth energy running from the center of the planet up through your leg channels and down your grounding. Your cosmic energy running from the edge of the cosmos into the top of your head, down through your back channels, down your grounding. A portion of that earth and cosmic energy mixture is coming up through the front of your body, going up through the top of your head, out into your aura. And a portion of that energy is coming across the shoulders, down the arms, out the hands, out into the aura. This energy is swirling around your aura, cleaning it out. It's taking stuff and it's releasing down your grounding. And now we're going to play with changing colors. So we're going to actually just work with a single color for this exercise for both the earth energy, the cosmic energy, and also for the front channels. So keep it really simple. And again, notice, what do you experience as you're changing the colors? So the first color I'd like you to use is a blue. And notice the earth energy. Just change the earth energy right at the source, saying, hey, I'd like to use blue. Notice what it's like to run blue earth energy up through the leg channels, down the grounding. Can do the same thing with the cosmic energy. So I'd like to use a blue cosmic energy. Mention that right at the source. Watch that cosmic energy come right into the top of your head and down your back channels, down your grounding. And then take a portion of that earth and cosmic energy and allow it to come up through your front channels. Allow it to go through the top of your head, out into your aura. Notice it going across your shoulders, down your arms, and out your hands. And notice it just swirling around you inside your aura. And then eventually going down your grounding cord. Just collecting up any foreign energy. Allow yourself to release. And just notice, what is it like to run a blue neutral energy throughout your body? And now we're going to change the color from a blue to a green. So I'd like you to say hello to the earth energy. And again, right at the source, say, hey, let's change it to a green. And just watch the energy channel as it changes to a green, going into your feet, through your leg channels, all the way to your grounding cord, and then right down that grounding. And just notice the feel of that green. Can you tell the difference between a green and a blue? And then put your attention on the cosmic energy. Again, go to the source. Again, change the energy from a blue to a green. Let that energy come right in to the top of your head and let it go down your back channels and down your grounding. And then notice that mixture of earth and cosmic energy, and bring that earth and cosmic energy up through your front channels. Allow that energy to go right out through the top of your head into your aura. Allow it to go across the shoulders, down the arms, and out the hands. It's clearing out your front channels. Clearing out the foreign energy that may be stored in your body. And then just notice as this energy is swirling around you, be aware of that grounding of your aura and just let the green mixture just go down that grounding. Just notice what it's like to run green. And now we're going to change the energy to a bright yellow. So again, notice the earth energy, notice the source. Change the energy from that green to a bright yellow. And just watch that energy as it comes up through your feet and through your leg channels and right down your grounding. And notice the cosmic energy and change the cosmic energy from the green to the yellow. And bring that right into the top of your head, down your back channels, down your grounding. And you can notice that mixture of earth and cosmic energy at yellow and allow that to come up through your front channels, out through the top of your head, across your shoulders, down your arms, and out your hands. And allow that energy just to swirl around your aura, collecting up debris, collecting up other people's energy, just clearing out the junk. And let all that stuff go down your grounding. And again, notice yourself physically, emotionally, mentally. Notice if you want to rush through this, if you're jumping ahead. And can you be that person that's sort of just sitting back in a nice lazy boy chair or in a nice recliner and watching a river just run by? And that's sort of how we look at running this energy in the body. It's not about forcing anything to happen. It's not about the speed. It's just enjoying the process of, oh, wow, I can just take my time, notice what comes up, and release. And now I'd like you to change the energy from a yellow to a red. And again, put your attention on the earth. Notice that earth energy running through your leg channels, down your grounding. Notice that it's a different color than yellow. How do you experience the difference between these two colors? Notice your cosmic energy and change that from a yellow to a red. And notice what it's like to bring that into the top of your head and down your back channels and down your grounding. And again, it's just that neutral red vibration, helping you clear out whatever needs to be cleared out. And notice that mixture of earth and cosmic energy. Allow that to come up through your front channels, all the way out through the top of your head. Allow it to come across your shoulders, down your arms and out your hands. And just allow this energy just to swirl around you. Again, collecting up stuff, maybe even giving you more awareness of your aura by allowing yourself to clear out the stuff that makes you unconscious to your aura. And then just know that your aura is grounded and allow that earth and cosmic energy of red just to go down your grounding. And now I'd like you to change that color to whatever color you'd like for your earth and cosmic energy. It's your choice. Just notice the earth. What color would you like to use? Let that energy run through your channels and down your grounding. Notice your cosmic energy. Allow that energy to come in at whatever color you'd like down your back channels. Notice that mixture of earth and cosmic energy. Allow a portion of that to go up through your front channels, out through the top of your head. Allow a part of that to also go across the shoulders, down the arms and out the hands. Just allow this energy to flow around you. If it feels like it's flowing through a big field, well, again, just imagine, just say, hey, aura, I want you around my body about 18 inches. And just know that it's grounded because you say it is. And let that energy flow down your grounding. You've got this. You're doing fabulous. Just think of when you started 5 weeks ago and you were just learning how to ground. And now, 5 weeks later, not only are you grounding, but you're reclaiming your energy. You know what inner sanctuary is, and you're starting to define that space more. And you're actually at a point where you're allowing earth and cosmic energy to not only flow through your body down your grounding cord, but it's actually moving through your entire body and also into your aura, which, guess what? In the next lesson, which is lesson 6, we'll be defining your aura, and actually you'll be learning more about that. And that's actually from the edge of your aura inwards is your personal space. So we're not going to get ahead of ourselves though, but just know that what you're doing today is going to be so impactful in understanding what it means to truly have your space, not from a mental level, but from an energetic level, the felt sense side of you, where you're learning more about your intuition. You're learning to trust your instincts. You're learning to trust what you experience. And that's the whole point of 4Q boundaries. So you're really learning how to define yourself. So pat yourself on the back. Congratulations, you're doing it. Like everything else, you just finished the audio, so move on to the skill builder. Listen to the audios each day. See if you can stretch yourself. Listen to more than one audio if you can every single day. And then on day 7, you'll be listening to the challenge, which will take all the audios from the skill builders and then mix them up and use it. Again, congratulations. And I look forward to speaking with you in lesson 6 in 7 days. So you take care. Talk to you soon.
Well, welcome back. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. I'll tell you, I was my space got really quiet going through the audio, which is one of the reasons why I love listening to an audio, because I don't have to do anything. I literally can just sit, put my attention on myself, and just notice that things start to change without having to figure it out. And that's the whole point with really all the training here is it's really getting out of that mental space that we're so programmed to believe that's the whole universe. That's our whole existence is about thinking, and it's not true. And it's really getting to clear out the stimuli that's in the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual side of you, so that way you can really appreciate what it's like to slow down and and quiet things down. So while you were listening to the audio, what'd you notice? I have a couple of things up here. It's like what's physical resistance. Do you notice warm things like your hands when energy was coming out of your hands or the top of your head? When you were listening, did you were you it's like, when are we done? When are we done? Are we going to stop? Or I need to go do something. That's resistance. Um, did you notice that as the energy was flowing through your space, did you start to notice maybe getting more in your body, noticing things getting quieter, um, noticing maybe even how big you actually are? So a different perception of yourself. Or did you drift? That happens a lot. And unfortunately, people, when they get into this, when they when people meditate, a lot of times they beat themselves up. They go, "Oh my gosh, I can't meditate because I fell asleep." That's just a spiritual experience, guys. Don't get stuck in it, because guess what? The audio is still playing. Your body is still in the same place you were when you fell asleep. And now you get to notice what is it like to come back in and realize, wow, I left. And then guess what? Use all the tools that you've learned, and then you're back in the present again. And maybe there was a reason why you needed to leave. Maybe you needed to go to sleep to clear something out. So who knows? But that's the beauty of it. You don't need to know. Just notice that you left and come back and re-find your space. So as if you heard in the ending, you'll notice we talked about the challenge and the skill builders, and that's sort of like the tools that we're talking about here. That's actually for members. So if this is something you're like, God, I really need to find my space, I would love for you to join us in our membership. And currently we have a full 10-week course. This is actually the 5th week. That's why we say it's week 5, because this is the 5th tool trainer that we offer. We offer 10 weeks of tool trainers. And within the tool trainers, we actually have basically we call skill builders, and we also have a challenge. And that's actually something where each day you do a little bit. You do a little bit more. And what you're doing is you're building up the strength of these tools, so that way they become second nature. Again, it's a 3-step process. Listen to an audio, notice what you notice, and repeat. And this is where the skill builders and the challenges are. It's all about strengthening your ability to have your presence, have your personal space, have those boundaries. And you can find more about that at 4qboundaries.com. The information's there. So, your space, your flow. This is a quote from Lesson 5's guide, and it's basically the goal is to simply be present with the flow, allowing it to happen naturally without any mental or emotional interference, which I really liked. That it just sort of came out when I wrote it and went, "Ooh, I really like that." So that's one of the quotes from the guide itself. So I hope you enjoyed tonight. If you did, please support 4Q Boundaries channel by liking this video, by sharing it with other people that you think may get value from this, and also push the subscribe button, because you'll get alerts. This is, every time we're doing a video or doing a short that comes out, you'll get alerted. And just think of it, wouldn't it be amazing to see more people have their personal space and their boundaries? Especially again in this crazy time we live in. God, I would love to have more people have their space, which is the whole reason why I'm doing these lives. I think it's necessary for us to really sort of overcome the overwhelm that everybody's experiencing right now. So, anyways, enjoy your evening, and I will see you next Wednesday at 6 p.m. when we do lesson 6, which is actually we'll be bringing our aura in, and we'll be using a boundary bubble to help define our personal space. So this is something I'm really excited to share with you next week. So enjoy your week, and I will talk to you then. Take care.